Do I hear what I think I hear? Nacelle really isn't the best at much. He's not super smart, and he's not a good flyer, but he's still willing to go at it and prove himself as a good Decepticon seeker. He is an obscure character brought to light as an Amazon exclusive in Generations Legacy Evolution. As for the toy, there was a strange seeker recolor pictured in a promo as concept, mixing the wings of Thrust with Thundercracker's body. After that, the repainted Classics Deluxe was the first release in the Collector's Club, making this the second time he's appeared as a toy. Interesting enough, the best looking part of Nacelle is the box. So much effort for a guy 2 people know of. Now, let's give it a check. Mine doesn't have the mold. It's almost like the reports of mold is actually just packing material that was blown onto it, or something. Anyways, Siege Seeker does the typical Siege Seeker thing, with a form based on the Tetrajet. Hard to believe how long this has been going around for, but since I'm sure you've all seen this, let's just get to the basics. Though it is strange they didn't use red for the wings like the original. It also needed the turbines, but thrust doesn't exist at this point because I've never been able to find it. I still love the Tetrajet form, even if the top isn't as sharp as the cartoon. I like the panel length details like a Star Destroyer, the slick body from the nose to the wings, and the intake on top. There's a transparent canopy with white center. Yes, there's kibble, but who's surprised? It's certainly a lot on the back, but there's boosters, and you can view the center as an energy-based core. The Null Rays plug under the wings, but with the arms you can change the angle. No painted nose, or surprisingly enough, Decepticon logos, but he still remains to be a very slick form for the Cybertronian Seekers. Robot mode. Oh hey, I recognize this. Hard to believe they're still using this, especially since we could've got the thrust mold, but look at my Siege Seeker collection. Also, I'm into the obscure, so 2 for 2 I guess, with the Coke and Pepsi colors. Hardly any gray is revealed, instead we see red on the thighs and face. It's all just colors and white. The nipples are yellow, I like the shoulder towers used from the nose, adjusting wings, and greebling, even if it can be a little too much. And I think the body needed more white, it just looks slapped on. I love the head, it's the typical Seeker fashion without the smirk, but the blue and red is a nice change up with the yellow eyes. Did someone say articulation? Ball joint ahead, butterfly joint, shoulders out and in, forward to back rotation below, double elbow, wrist rotation, waist rotation, hips out and in, forward to back rotation below, knee bend, foot forward, back, toes, heels, and tilt. There's a lot to work with, and despite the recolors, all the joints seem solid enough. With the spring-loaded panel that fills the legs, you can get a really deep knee bend. Let's take a look at the accessories. These rifle-style weapons can be held, or if you're smart, used as the traditional Null Rays. They're the most colorful versions, looking like one of those rocket pops. There's portholes in the feet, side of the legs, hands, 2 on each arm, wings, and 3 on the back. But can we do something about the transparent butt flap? This might be an exclusive, and this might be a Nacelle, and that's all good, but it's also a Siege Seeker repaint. Are there too many of them? Is this one of the better options? I don't know. I think at this point it would be up to preference. But I don't need to just pick one. Sure, it would be nice if they actually used the thrust figure, but I could see this as his origins. If you want a Seeker with a bit of color, this might be an interesting choice, but when it comes to it, that's entirely up to you, but I will say, I think you deserve a Siege Seeker repaint of your own. Why is he so red? Aw, he's blushing!
AllSpark TV. Now that's just prime.